and welcome to the Lao Jiaos Podcast. This is where we bring you unfiltered and unapologetic take on the news, current affairs, and all the things people pretend to understand. I'm your host, Jing Yong, and with me is fellow Lao Jiao, Amos. How are you doing?
I'm very good. It's been a while since we've been on together. I keep saying that every time we're on together, but I think it's been a month or so.
1 month lah. I think I see you once a month.
Yeah, it's a once a month affair lah.
Yeah, so what have you been busy with?
I don't know, just trying new food and stuff like that. I'll let you guys know in my segment of the week this week later. But yeah, just been busy with work and stuff lah. Yeah.
Catching the World Cup wave.
I actually have fallen off the face of this earth and haven't really watched. I watch highlights from time to time.
Okay.
But I see that I think the scores have been quite impressive lah.
Any country that has caught your attention or any country that we're rooting for?
Japan, surprising. Okay, I'm not rooting for anyone, but Japan is surprisingly underdog, man. Underdog.
They are not the tallest and not the biggest lah, but their skill and their speed is like different level.
You can tell. They're actually serious about their tactics, man.
Then speaking about World Cup, because we actually spoke about this, I think 2-3 weeks back, which is that McDonald's at first, they said they won't be showing their World Cup matches at their outlets then only showing one final match at one of their outlets. It reversed its earlier decision not to air the FIFA World Cup and will now screen live matches at 16 outlets across the island. But I want to ask Amos, because I spoke to Tanya about this topic, do you think we had a part to play in this McDonald's reversing their decision?
Maybe, I hope so. I hope the McDonald's is hearing this. And if you are, please sponsor us also. Shout out. I think McDonald's tend to lose a lot they don't tend to lose a lot because people still eat McDonald's. But for me, I associate McDonald's with World Cup. Because every time last time I always go to work, the McDonald's branch and just watch a match.
I think realistically, I say the part we play very small because I don't see our thing like trending or I don't see like people sharing our stuff. I'm leaning more towards this is like a business decision more than it's actually like we had a part to play, like we campaign or like we change their minds. Will you be watching any of the games?
Oh, I haven't had Max in a while. Maybe this is a good opportunity for me to go down when watching a match to have Max meal. You know what I mean? I really haven't had a Max meal, I think, the last 3 months, safe to say.
I eat Max at least once a week because the gym that I go to, the CC has a McDonald's. So every time like we finish gym, like if you're lazy, you think what to eat is a Max day. Yeah, waste the whole gym. I don't know. I won't say I give McDonald's a thumbs up, but I would say at least you all have some humanity left in you that you finally decided that you will show some of the matches instead of like just capitalistic greed.
Yeah, for people who don't actually watch World Cup, maybe this is an opportunity to tune in to World Cup when you buy a McDonald's meal. Or if you don't actually care about the World Cup, it sucks to be you because then you have to, the queues will be very long at McDonald's now I guess.
Okay, so Amos, we'll be talking about our segment of the week. What would you like to share about?
I think I've been very into I've been cooking a lot recently. Not just about saving money, but also at least to be a bit more conscious about what I put into my body. Not that I eat very healthily, but yeah, I just went over to my friend's place last week, and then he's like he likes food like me also, so he makes his own meals, and then he's got his own Instagram. This whole trend about zero waste when you're cooking. So, for example, you're cooking vegetables, right? Like you're cooking corn, and then you eat the corn, but then no one really cares about the center part, the core, right? But actually, you can use that for so many different things, like cooking soup, or even using as compost also as well, and stuff like that So I think just trying to maximize the usage, and bringing the waste down So yeah, I guess try to be more conscious about what kind of food you use. Me and my parents, we would put it in our plants then it will by itself disintegrate and stuff like that over time. Like even vegetables that are about to be rotten and stuff like that, and we just throw inside the soil just to let it disintegrate a bit. Yeah.
So am I right in assuming that you'll be trying to do that on your own soon?
I guess when I'm in my new BTO and I have plants, or maybe if I have plants or stuff, I will try to do that
I think you also wanted to share that you tried the new what's that thing called? The
Yochi. I finally tried Yochi, guys. Wow, actually I spent one person $17.
What the so expensive?
So they actually go by weight. Right, they go by weight. So you can stack on as many toppings as you want, as many flavors of yogurts as you want. I'll recommend chocolate if you're a chocolate lover. I only tried 3, the ube, the chocolate, and the signature tart. So the signature tart, I'll say it's okay, it just tastes like normal yogurt. But I think the things to shout about is the toppings. So try their brownies, try their Dubai chewy chocolate. I think it's a trend now, right?
Or the outside coated with the golden thing one, then I think inside
they use pistachio butter. Oh, okay, that shit is good. Yeah, but yeah, man, I think I understand the hype now. I kind of understand the hype. And they opened a new outlet at Buona Vista lah, so kind of defraced the queue at what is it? The original outlet at Somerset. Yeah.
Without further ado, before we get into our episode, a word from our sponsor. This week's episode of the Chit Chatter is brought to you by our friends at CityMusic, your one-stop shop for all things music and podcast related right here in Singapore. Whether you're picking out your first instrument, upgrading your setup, or starting a podcast, CityMusic has you covered from guitars, keyboards and amps, microphones and full podcast setups, cameras, lighting and streaming gear. Everything you need to create, record and perform at the highest level is all in one place. They also carry a wide range of microphones for every budget. Some of us at the Chit Chatter even use the Zoom ZDM1, a solid podcast mic that delivers great quality at nearly half the price of many popular options. If you're looking to start your own music or podcast journey, be sure to check out CityMusic's website or head down to their store today. A big thanks to our friends at CityMusic for supporting the Chit Chatter. And now back to the episode. Our first news. Local actress Joanne Peh recently went viral after sharing how she cancelled a TikTok live stream sales event in China due to what she described as repeated disrespect towards her and her team. Now, despite incurring financial losses, she chose to walk away saying self-respect was more important. Now, following the incident, senior representatives from the Chinese brand personally apologized and presented gifts, acknowledging shortcomings in their treatment of her team. Now, Peh has accepted the apology but returned some of the gifts, saying that the episode highlighted the importance of setting boundaries and not tolerating disrespect. Amos, do you see her very emotionally charged video that she posted on her socials, and do you think that she did the right thing?
Yeah, I saw. I was like in a shock because we very long never see Joanne Peh. I think she was out of the showbiz for a while, right? I think she's out. I don't know. But like I saw the video, I was like, wow, is this a new MediaCorp drama or something? It's not, yeah, it's real. Okay, I don't know exactly what were the undercurrents of it because I tried to find if something like that were to happen, I think maybe she actually did the right thing to call it out lah. Or maybe she could have done it a better way by like maybe DMing them or something like that.
Do you find it surprising that like this kind of things, this kind of like live streaming, selling things, and then dealing with Chinese companies not going well? Are you surprised by this kind of news?
Yeah, I'm actually not. I don't know. Maybe all these Chinese businesses are a bit sus lah, to be honest. My perception of these Chinese businesses are like very sus and all that. Like, you know how they say like Chinese business, they suddenly can pop up so big, then suddenly then the next moment they die down, right? It's like they use that to like 洗黑钱. There are some truths to that lah, I guess.
I'm with you in the sense that I don't feel surprised by this at all because of two things. How is it this kind of companies, this kind of live streaming companies or companies that work with people on this kind of like social media kind of thing, live streaming sales, this kind of thing, right? It's not uncommon to hear that they grow big, very big suddenly, and then they suddenly they fall from grace also very quickly. So I'm not sure whether you heard of this called the 3-liter young scandal or 3-liter lamb scandal, 3-liter sheep scandal.
No. Tell us about
so anyway, they are a brother pair. They called 大杨哥 and 小杨哥 because they are both surnamed Yang lah. Okay, so they grew big because when they live stream, they did very ridiculous things that were very funny lah. So like for example, if they sold luggages, they will like they say, hey, this one is what? Guarantee won't spoil one. Then you like keep stomping on the luggage, this kind of thing. So they gain popularity very quick because every time they keep saying, our goods, we check one, quality is damn good one. Okay, and then the first straw that broke the camel's back was they sold some mooncake, say that, hey, this one is like premium mooncake, manufactured in Hong Kong one, but actually people go dig up, right? They say, hey, actually this one is manufactured in China, but actually just change the packaging or what only, and then they sold it out. So that was the first fall from grace. And then after that, a lot of people came out and say that, they are actually not easy to work with them lah. They undercut you lah. Then if your product sell well, they just go straight to the
OEM the OEM.
OEM. They go straight to the source and then just buy from them and own self sell at an even cheaper price. So they just fell from grace very, very quickly. Okay, so I feel that this kind of thing is not uncommon to hear about. But I think the second thing that actually in China, right, the work culture compared to Singapore is also quite bad. Like they have they call the 996 pin, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. 6 days a week.
That's crazy.
They have that kind that, you Weixin have to reply very fast one. Every retail staff is expected to add you by phone number. Like they don't have like us, we will think about texting a colleague after working hours one. I feel like this kind of culture where, they don't really respect people's time and they don't really draw boundaries and like in Joanne's Peh's account, like don't really respect people as well. I'm not surprised to hear about it. Like even nowadays, I work with Chinese companies also a bit scared unless like got people introduce one or I feel that this one is like reputable or
there's some credentials lah.
Yeah, some credentials, I really, really very cautious to work with like Chinese companies because you don't know like undercurrent or whatnot, or like these people later say, hey, yeah, we work very good, but actually back end, like, you know, what's happening behind, you can get our money back, cannot get our money back is a whole different thing on. I still applaud Joanne Peh for doing what seems right, as in she decided to take a financial loss and sort of like cut the collaboration, even though, you know, because she says she want to protect her team and protect herself also lah.
She's very
If you
nice,
see the video, she's very visibly upset lah. So I feel that this one you have to push her to that level also not easy lah. Yeah, because I never seen her so emotional and so like whack people before. Like how is it? Not like
got
I know
her
her
TV
or
lah.
not like yeah. Okay, so our second piece of news. A 26-year-old man, Sean Chew, was sentenced to 3 years jail for posing as an ex-schoolmate on Facebook to trick 13 boys aged 12 to 14 into consuming extreme doses of laxative for a fake school experiment, then getting them to send photos and videos of their vomit and feces for his sexual gratification. Now, he re-offended twice while on bail, claiming to suffer from an undiagnosed fetishistic disorder, and the judge rejected probation due to the serious harm, repeated offending, and need to protect the public. Now, Amos, what was your reaction to the news, and have you seen such a bizarre case before?
Yeah, when I saw the news, I think Tinyo, you were the one that shared the news in our chat.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, this sounds damn familiar, because I think my friends and I, my friend and I were talking about it like literally last year, right? He was just telling us about like weird fetishes and all that, and then like he suddenly like say, hey, remember that news about the guy like got the shit fetish? Like I think there was a whole thing about this guy. I think it was not documented in the news, but my friend, because his ex-girlfriend's friend is this guy. Actually, this guy actually asked for like I cannot verify fully, but I think he fed his uni or poly mates laxatives as well. But it was not reported lah in the news.
What the hell?
And then doing it to adults is one thing, and then doing it to like 12 to 13-year-old boys, bro, I think it's a very niche fetish you got lah.
Because if you ask me, right, I've really seen advertisements at bus stops asking people to send their shit for like money one. But I think that
Where's
how do you say, I scan the QR code, go in see, right? I think lah, it's a medical company looking for samples to sort of do, I think their testing or whatnot lah. You read the article, right? It's really, I don't understand this fetish there. Like, what kind of excitement do you get from watching, not even watching people shit, you know? You're watching literally the shit, like just the shit, like I don't understand that.
Yeah. I was just thinking on the bus on the way back, right? I was like if I were the 12 or 13-year-old boy, right? Like what would I think? Because at the age, I'll be like, oh, but maybe he paid them, this is just speculation lah. Maybe he paid them like $20 per photo or something.
For the love of my life, I really don't get this kind of fetish of like, I mean, the most far-fetched I think is, I don't understand why it's really that those that like people urinating on them. I really feel that one is a bit wrong already. Then you talk about this kind that like shit and then like want to see people shit and then or take picture of shit. Wow, this one is out of my realm of acceptance and understanding. And like if you tell me someone like this, right, I really cannot wrap my head around what kind of excitement you get from this.
It's crazy. Yeah. Next level,
and then,
next level.
Like you say, if you're a child 13-year-old, right, and then someone's like a weird guy or like a person much older than you come and say, hey, can you like, I give you money, you help me, go shit, take this one, then you take a picture and send to me. I feel very suspicious there. Like I'll report to the police. Don't you find it like weird? Maybe
this guy, right, actually pushed the how do I say his customers to the point they like you want so much okay lah, then I go and tell my mother lor. Yeah, you pay me the money first lah.
I feel that weird thing you still should tell the police that. If not, like, can you imagine now it's like small thing, then later if you let him grow, then next time what he do? He go toilet, hide and just look at people shit. I think that's worse, yeah.
It's true. But you can tell 10 years his tactics never really changed lah.
I think you shared the article was from 10 years ago, right? Like 2013, I think it was reported. Then now it's like he's on probation or some, I don't know what, some it's either on probation or like he's still on sentence not finished, then come out in advance kind of thing. And then he already go back to his old age already. Like, wow, I don't understand. Yeah. Then my next question will be, how do you think Singaporeans should treat these cases?
I guess maybe some people also have this fetish, but they don't actually act on it. But also in the event that it does happen, then at least there's awareness around this issue lah. Because I think it's getting more and more common lah. I mean, I think fetish are also formed from what people watch online as well. So as long as it's not imposing on other people, as long as it doesn't harm other people, then I think it should be okay, I guess. But to the point where it hurts people or imposes on other people, then I guess the Singapore law should actually look at protecting their people first lah. Yeah.
Looking at his case, right, and looking at how he has 10 years ago until now, like, is he still doing the same thing? Right? I feel that the problem lies more than just a fetish, means that already is part of his desires that he cannot control. Although we don't allow hypnotism, I feel that hypnotism can help in the sense that you can, from a more deep level, right, go lock up this part of his memory so that he doesn't feel the intrinsic need to like, I need to do this. Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard that people use hypnotism to, for example, those that suffer with obesity, right? People do like hypnotism to make them like control their diet or control their food. I also heard of like people that overgo too much traumatic experience, right? They do hypnotism to sort of lock away that part of the memory so that they can lead a more normal life lah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I feel that in this case, if to him this kind of thing is something he really cannot control, he need to act on it, then probably we can consider hypnotism to lock this part of his mind away.
Yeah, Sean, if you're watching it, please consider hypnotism and stop watching Two Girls, One Cup. Should I say name more? Yeah, stop.
Third piece of news. Singapore's Energy Market Authority says regulated electricity tariffs are expected to rise significantly in the third quarter starting July because they are calculated using average fuel price from April to mid-June when natural gases costs were still elevated due to earlier Middle East tensions, so that households will not immediately benefit from lower oil and gas prices after the recent US-Iran peace deal. And analysts estimate that bills for those on the regulated tariff could jump by up to around 30% compared with current levels.
I feel like they kind of preempted us already lah. So you cannot say like, oh, you didn't see it coming like in that sense. So as someone who also watches news and all that as an adult, I think you can kind of see it coming also lah, because you see the whole tension with US and the Middle East, and like, I mean, it's not really dying down much. It's like a I my kind of situation. It's like a ebb and flow. So I mean, this kind of thing, I think you just need to brace yourself lah, and it's expected lah. So just do your part lah. Zero waste might help. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you complain, right, but you shake your head and life have to go on, because electricity, end of the day, right, is really controlled by government. Right? I know we would like to believe that gas and electricity is privatized, but I would say the government has a very, very strong hold on how to regulate and how to so-called make sure that, I mean, different companies, they can differ in price, but to me, it's about the same lah.
Yeah.
Unpopular opinion, if you think electricity too expensive, be like me, I don't sleep aircon one. But a lot of people will complain lah.
Yeah, same.
Like Amos, he's going to have his own house soon. You know, electricity saving, you know, not running the tap on, offing the lights when not in use, you know. I think these are all adult problems that we will start worrying about lah.
If you like a bit of an emo moment, just shower in the dark. Do you use heater in the morning lah?
Am I finding out a part of your fetish that we just now didn't talk about?
Showering in the dark is not a fetish, right? It's a lifestyle.
Do you worry that the electricity and gas price will go up too much that you think that it's become a significant part of your expenses?
I think it will. But maybe not to the point where we feel like, oh, we need to actually it's a cause for concern lah. So at this point, I think it's still okay. It's still bearable, manageable. There are ways to maximize and bring down the cost, or at least maintain the cost. Like what you said about not using aircon. I think like even I also sleep with a fan, and I think a fan is good enough lah, to be honest.
Are you of the belief that this increase is only temporary, means that the prices will come down? Or are you like my father generation that 政府不好啦, 武器不落的啦?
Okay, I don't know. Maybe it's too premature, but I hope that it would go back down at least a little bit. I feel like the government has been very gracious in a sense where when it gets unreasonably expensive, they would then give us like things like vouchers and all that, you know, to kind of defray the bit of the cost, which is very nice of them lah.
I'm half agreeing with you, because I also am the view that bus fares, electricity, gas, all this, right, they will keep increasing one. And then, let's say they increase 5 times, they maybe decrease 1 time only. I feel lah. Okay, so like you say, they will help those lower income. They will help in giving like maybe the water rebate will go up by a bit more. Or like CTG voucher, they'll give a bit more, this kind of thing. But I think the base price will never come down after it goes up lah. Or let's say it will go up 5-6 times, but it will come down once only, because I feel that they cannot go against the market too much also lah. Not say cannot, but I feel that the government will not do this like so like so much. Okay, I think they will try the control, but they won't like some other countries where they really pump money in to make sure that the prices stay very low.
Bopian, yeah, suck down.
Before we end this whole podcast, we would like to go with around quick fire news for the Alamak meter. So the very first news, In a now deleted TikTok post that was reposted onto Threads, this Malaysian tourist called Noor Ashikin was in a group queuing with other tourists while boarding a bus in China. So basically, they were saying that this group of Chinese were very smelly, and then some of them were laughing at them. So since then, this person has actually issued a statement refuting the criticisms and has pursued legal action against people who have allegedly defamed her. Okay, I think this one, right?
I think it's stupid lah.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
Okay, I think this one, right, you do stupid thing, nobody can stop you, But why you have to video and post? I don't understand.
Yeah, don't do it lah. Just don't post lah. Video but don't post also lah. Yeah, there's so many layers of security already. Just don't post, bro.
Smell this thing cannot control one. Okay, but I think we can control how we react and what we post and what we tell people, ma. Don't have to like go around and like shout or
I agree.
You don't have a fun of it or like you post and then you post it on social media. Wow, this one I think a bit too much. Second news. While on a solo road trip with his two daughters, this guy called Tyler Brodsky took his young girls into an empty woman's bathroom at a petrol station because he felt it was the safer option compared to the men's room. But another customer took issue with it and reportedly called the police. Now, in a follow-up video, he has since explained that the police that came told the complainant that he had done nothing wrong.
I guess just plain Alamak lah. Like, I mean, I think what he did was okay lah, right?
I feel that both sides have points here. I think one side saying that he shouldn't be in a woman's toilet, and then to his point, he feel that bringing two little girls into a men's toilet also not exactly correct, right? I don't have a perfect solution here, so I'm Alamak in the sense that I think both sides are not correct. Both sides are not wrong either. The best that he could have done is probably make sure nobody inside can go in.
Maybe he just got caught at the wrong time, I guess.
That was our Lao Jiaos Podcast. If you enjoyed the episode, please remember to like and subscribe. If an episode comes out every Friday, but at the same time, if you're in the football with the football key that drops every Wednesday, and our Co-People Show will interview fun and amazing guests from around Singapore every Monday. Now, we hope that everyone has a great week ahead, but remember,
we don't always talk cock,
but sometimes we do.
Ooh.